Hi guys, guess where we are? It's the car park series. Here we go again. So a thought dropped into my head, or was given to me whilst I was driving, and I want to talk about a bit of a controversial subject. I know it's not like me, but basically I went on a journey regarding food and changing my diet and thinking that certain things were healthy and more spiritual and more aligned with my body and my soul. And the journey I went on was a few years ago, and I became vegan. Sorry, my phone's about to fall. I became vegan, firstly because of the animals, because I am a huge animal lover. I don't like the way that animals are treated or factory farmed, the way that they're bred. I mean, I could go on for hours, and I'm sure some of you will resonate with what I'm actually saying. So I spent a couple of years vegan, like completely vegan, and ultimately what happened to my body, my physical body, was that I became very poorly, and I wanted to share that. Now, the caveat to this is, this is my personal experience. This is what happened to my body. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be vegan or you should be vegan, but I think there are some dangers and warnings that you should be aware of before embarking on that journey, especially if you're doing it for purely spiritual reasons. So the notion is that you can't reach a certain plane, a higher dimension, you can't be fully connected to source if you eat dead flesh, if you eat animals. And I was on board with that idea and theory because, to be fair, I don't actually like a lot of meat anyway, so it was fairly straightforward for me. However, going back to what happened to me, so I was very ill. I was starting to lose my hair. I actually have the early formation of cataracts in both eyes. For my age, that's very, very rare and unusual. I was poorly all the time. I was not in a very good emotional space. I was fatigued. I wasn't sleeping properly. And I know some of you will say, well, you can compensate. You can eat, first of all, eat properly, 100%, plants and veggies and all of that good stuff. I was doing all of that to try and get in, my protein and all my vitamins and minerals and amino acids. I was doing all that. I tried to be very careful to compensate for the lack of animal products. And yes, I was taking supplements as well. I can't even tell you how many. It was ridiculous, maybe like 10 or 11 a day, which, when you say that out loud, is actually really crazy, because everything in nature, everything that Mother Earth gives us, can keep us healthy if it's in the right balance. But I was really ill, and I lacked, I had my deficiencies done, and I had it done by a kinesiology. If you don't know what that is, look it up. You don't need to go to, a doctor or big pharma to get your deficiencies looked at. But kinesiology showed up so much for me. It turns out that I'm allergic to wheat. I am intolerant to lactose, so the lovely cheeses, milk, all of that stuff, which I knew anyway, so used to make me feel crap. So that was a good thing about going vegan, because I identified what I was deficient in. But there were loads of things like magnesium, L-taurine, which you can find in chicken, for example, zinc. Literally, the list was endless, and my gut health was horrible. I was in a right state, which is obviously why I was so poorly. So I made the decision to start eating fish because I was deficient in omega-3, 6 and 9. Yes, you can get vegan alternatives. I am not convinced they are as good, but I shall leave that up to you to make a decision. And as soon as I started to introduce certain things into my diet, guess what? I started to feel so much better. My brain function was better, my eyes, my hair. I mean, I've got like a ridiculous amount of hair right now. Everything, my bones, like I wasn't getting aches, etc. So I don't want to put anybody down if they choose to be vegan or vegetarian. That's not the point of this post. I just wanted to share my experience and urge you to, if you're going to go down that path, I would actually have your deficiencies done before, see what you're already deficient in, and then test them again in 6 months time, 12 months time, because then at least you're on top of your health. So my view has totally changed on it being related to spirituality. I actually think it's bullshit. I think if you choose to nourish your body in the way that your body craves, because we all have cravings, right? Not just for shit things like chocolate and red wine, which I'm allergic to now, by the way. My life is over. Prosecco just doesn't do it. But yeah, if you're going down that route, then that's fine. But buying into the spirituality thing, you go with what your body is craving, whether that's broccoli, whether that's chicken, whether it's salmon, whether it's a potato. It's because your body is lacking in those vitamins and nutrients that you are craving them. Yeah, so it's not that you're always pregnant. It's because your body needs it. So I guess what I'm saying is, we're all individual. You do what your intuition tells you to do, and don't get me wrong, this has been a real struggle for me. I've had to get over myself and put my ego down again, because being vegan was something that was actually very important to me. It isn't anymore. It isn't. So I don't know whether I'm going to get loads of shit for this video, but again, this is just me sharing from a personal experience and hopefully imparting some small bits of advice on what you can do if you want to embark on that journey. But again, I will reiterate, I do not think that being vegan or vegetarian has anything to do with your spirituality. I just don't. So I've kind of come full circle. Do I eat all meat? No, I can't stand most of it. I do have chicken occasionally just to top up my L-taurine, but it's always from somewhere that I know has chemical-free produce, and that's really important as well. And that's important for fruit and veggies too. So no buying from the bloody supermarkets. Find a farm shop, find someone who provide you with really good produce. That's key. So again, I feel like I'm ranting a little bit, but honestly it's just about sharing my experience. And if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, let me know, and I will leave you in peace until I go to another car park and have another old rant. I'm just kidding. I love you all. Catch you later. Bye.